Alright, so in this video we're going to be using a new pallet that Action Engineering sent me. So if you guys are interested in pallets, specialty pallets, youth pallets, flood boards, squeegees, anything that you could use for manual or automatic presses, make sure you check out actionengineering.com, and at checkout type in heart in all capital letters, and it's going to save you 10% on your next order. Alright, so in this video we're only going to be doing the pockets in this video. I got an order in and I wanted to show you guys this pallet right here. Pretty cool, right? It's got the groove in there for zipper hoodies, right? With fall coming up and winter, just in time, right? We're going to be doing some of that for another video, right? But for this video we're going to be doing pockets, right? You could also do tags with these two, neck labels, whatever you call them, right? But for this video, pockets, right? So let's get this job set up and print it and show you how this thing works. All right, so here's what we're going to be doing. We're going to start with the back of the shirt first, right? So we're going to line this up with our lasers, and then I'm going to be using a 110 mesh for this job, right? We're using white ink on these shirts, so I'm simply going to bring this down, line it up about where I want it, and then I'm going to stamp it or push it down, whatever you want to call it, right? So we got our image on there, and then we're going to flip this around. Our image is on there, good to go, right? Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this around over here and we're gonna set up our next pallet. All right, so here we are. Good thing about this pallet is you can use it either way, right? If we're doing a hoodie, we would put it on this way, and this is where the neck would go right here, and the zipper would fall in there, and then you would print your image here. But since we are doing pockets for this video, I simply put this in here and lock it into place. All right, so one thing I told you guys in the past, what I like about the pallets from Action Engineering is they put these grooves in here. There's one right here, one right here. So whenever you go to line up your laser and it's going right down there, you know you're gonna have it centered every single time, right? So let's go ahead and grab a shirt, grab our images, and we're gonna put them on here. I'm gonna show you how this works. All right, so here we are right here, right? If you look at this, you can see the shape of the pocket, right? And then if you take this and you look at the pocket, the shape is exactly the same, right? Whenever it comes to printing stuff like this, you have this groove right here, and you have the seam inside of here that is folded and sewn in. So it can get in the way if you're using one of those metal ones that I've used in the past, right? But if you're just printing right here, you'll be good, right? Let me show you how this one works. So we're simply gonna take our shirt, line it up, put it right into place, and as you can see, it keeps all of the seams underneath the pocket, right? This seam right here falls into the groove, and you don't have to worry about it, right? So we got a nice smooth surface whenever it comes time to printing this. So that's one way this pallet works. And if I wanted to, I could take it off, take my shirt, bring the tag up, and then I can simply bring my screen around and print a tag on there. I'll be able to do two tags. I could do smalls, I could do mediums, I could do large, whatever I want to put on here, I'll be able to do two of them, right? So I'm excited about this pallet. I'm really want to put it to use. I really want to try this out, but I got a job for pockets, so we're going to do that today. All right, and we'll save this for another video. All right, so now that we got all that done, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set the screen up so you guys can see how I'm going to set this up. This is my first time using it also, but let's do this together, right? All right, so let's go ahead and line these up so we can get them how we want them. Not using any lasers, I'm just centering it on the pallet here, well, on this little spot, right? And then whenever I get ready to print this, I'm just gonna line it up again and then print it, right? All right, so now that we got that, we're gonna slide our screen back in. I'm saving the customer money by printing both of the images on one. I could charge a setup fee for $15 for that, and a setup fee for this right here, and a special print price, but I didn't, right? I'm just using the palette that I have, and we're using both images on one screen, and when I'm ready, put it into place. All right, so here is what we're looking like. All right, we got our back piece, one of the pockets, and the other pocket. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna take this to the exposing unit, expose it, and then wash it out, and I'll be back when I'm done with this. I don't want to take you guys through the full process of doing all that, but we'll be right back when this is done. All right, so here it is right here. We got the registration marks taped up and our 2 pockets, right? So we're gonna go ahead and slide this in, line it up just how I had it earlier. Tighten these down. All right, after I do that, I don't need no tools or anything. This is my off contact. Go ahead, you'll see the screen start to rise up. Once you got a little gap in between there, depends on your preference, what you want to do. I like to go probably about 1/4 of an inch up, right? So once we got it, we got this bottom one right here that will lock it into place. Tighten that up and we're good to go. What I am also going to do, another thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to tape these pocket pieces on the top. And the reason I'm taping them on the top is because I don't want any ink to get into the screen, and then when I go to flip it, I have to then clean out these 2 areas right here if I put tape on the bottom. So I put tape on this side to avoid that happening. All right, so we're good there. Everything looks good. We're gonna add some white ink onto this right here, where you're gonna be using the all-purpose white ink from Total Ink Solution. All right, so let me go ahead, bring that over, and we'll get that set up, right? All right, so again, here's what I'm using. I got a 5-gallon bucket of it, all-purpose white from Total Ink Solutions. If you guys are interested in the ink, I'm not telling you it's the best ink. I'm not telling you that you have to use this. But if you are interested in this ink, check them out. Check them out. There's a link in the description. Check them out if you want to try to use this ink right here. All right. All right. So we have our ink and it's ready to go. Right. Now we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna put a shirt on here. We're not even gonna do a test print. I'm pretty confident in my stuff whenever I set it up that I'm not gonna have pinholes. But if I do, then I'll fix it. But I'm gonna avoid doing the whole test print. I got my registration marks taped up, and we're gonna go ahead and print this. All right, so we're gonna do one shirt, we're gonna test it, see how it looks, and go from there. There's no mess up shirts, no nothing like that. We're just gonna go with it, right? So, all right, so my pallets were very bad. I just finished a big order last night. We just did 500 shirts. If you guys saw me on the live, appreciate you guys joining in. But we just finished 500 shirts, and I was trying to wipe it down, but being that we put glue on it, and then we printed some more shirts and we put glue on it, they got pretty bad. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead, I'm going to lay some more of this double-sided PMI tape on here. I'm not gonna take you guys through the process, but if you guys are interested in seeing this piece right here in action, click the teaser that's gonna pop up right now. Yes, if you click that teaser right there, it'll take you to a video and I show you exactly how to use this thing, right? But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna speed through this process and we'll be right back when I get this done. All right, so that's it. We got our new pallet tape on there. Now we're gonna go ahead and start printing these shirts. All right, so let's go ahead and put our first shirt on here. Our registration marks are already covered up. I'm gonna load 6 shirts on here. All right, so our shirts are loaded. Let's go ahead and do our first print. Just verify, make sure your registration marks are covered. Everything else should be good to go. And there's our print. Looks good. That looks good. All right, so you guys seen this process over and over again. So I'm gonna speed through this process because I know what you guys are really here to see is the pockets, right? So let me speed through this and we'll be right back. All right, so there's the back of the shirt, looks good. Now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start doing the pockets. So we're gonna go ahead and take this pallet off of here. All right, and then we're gonna bring the new one, or the new pallet, and we're gonna slide it into place. I've already cleaned up the screen, got all the ink out of it because I don't want none of it to go through and get on another part of the shirt. So alright, so here's what I was talking about with this tape right here. When I take this off, we're gonna have a nice clean mesh underneath it, right? If I did it the other way, just like these right here, these registration marks, because the tape is on the other side, the screen could clog up. Then you have to put some chemicals in there, maybe some screen opener to get it out. So to avoid that, I put the tape on the top so I don't have to run into that problem. Alright, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and line this up. What I'm gonna do is I'm using this laser right here. You can see this laser that's going across here. I'm going to use that to line up the top of my image. All right, so once I get the top of my image lined up, we should be good to go. We just have to move it left or right depending on how we want to do this. All right, so now that I got my image in position, I'm using the top of this guide to go with the top of the letters, right, on both of them. I'm just going to clamp this down, tighten it up. The double-sided PMI tape, I cut a little piece here and there just to hold it in place. We're going to go ahead, we're going to slide our shirt on here. I know this is where my image is going to sit, inside of here, right? So depending on how you want to do this, do it the way you want, right? I just tell you this is the way I do it, right? So we're going to put this on here, put the other side over here. And then before I even print it, I want to look at it. I want to look at how this is going to look prior to printing it. So to me, it looks good, feels good. Right, so everything looks good. We're gonna go ahead and give it our print and see how it looks. Alright, so I think one pass is going to be good. Do that one pass, and then what I'm going to do is slowly take this off because remember the ink is wet and you don't want it to touch the rest of the shirt. Alright, so that's it. I just want to take you guys through the process of using this new palette that I just got in. We did the back of the shirt and then we turned around and we did the pockets, right? So we're going to save the rest of this palette for a little bit later on, right? But we're going to be doing some hoodies, some zipper hoodies or whatever you want to call them. We're going to be doing some zipper sweaters, I guess, right? That's what we're going to be doing later on, right? I want to take you guys through the process of using these pocket palettes right here. And then if you want, like I said, you could print tags on it too, right? But that's it. If you guys are interested in this palette right here, make sure you go check out actionengineering.com and don't forget to type in heart, all capital letters, and it's going to save you 10%, right? So thank you guys for watching another one of my videos. Thank you guys for all the support. Oh yeah, today was a very good day. Not because I finished this job, but because today, one of my subscribers, one of my followers, actually drove 2.5 hours down to come see me. Him and his wife came down here, so I want to say thank you to Rodrigo and his wife. They came down, they drove down 2.5 hours to come check out the shop, come bring me a job, and then just chat it up, right? So I am super appreciative of them and all my subscribers, right? If you guys come over here, trust me, I will take the time to talk to you guys, all right? So thank you. Whenever they come pick up the order, I told them lunch is on me, right? So I look forward to the next meeting with them. And again, I just want to say thank you guys for coming into the shop. Made my day, right? So appreciate all of you, right? Thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you guys for subscribing. And until next time, keep pressing.